In this video, I'm going to show you how I built a next best actions agent that can surface insights from your CRM and actually help you grow your firm. There's a lot of hype today around agentic workflows and AI systems being able to do this and that and autonomy and all those things. But I think any RIA today is going to agree with me when I say that the best way to leverage AI is to find a way to securely and compliantly pull data, client-specific data from your CRM, financial planning software, portfolio data, whatever that is, and being able to surface insights that you don't have the time to scan yourself. Most firms don't have time to look at troves and troves of CRM data or portfolio data and come up with unique insights to understand a client's likelihood to refer a new client or propensity to cross-sell, propensity to accept a new fee, propensity that they might churn. And another insight is could this client be interested in alts? And I have fed all these parameters to this agent, to this WealthBox next best actions agent. And that is those are the core parameters that I've given it. Like, you've got to be able to look through a CRM. And in my case, I have a synthetic I have some synthetic contact data stored in my WealthBox CRM, so it's not real client data, of course, but it has instructions on what to look for. Like, these are the propensity scores. I want you to score a client based on all these different parameters, and so the key is to know how to give instructions to the agent to go and pull that information from the CRM, but also how to talk to a chatbot or an AI model like, say, Claude, and pull that information, right? You've got to know how to talk to these models. I think that is, especially when it comes to agentic workflows, there has to be very clear instructions, because now these models are using tools, right? Before web search, before we had Google Drive integrated into, AI models, chatbots were just plain chatbots, really not valuable in a business sense. But now that you can connect your tools and your Google Drive account, your Docs, your Gmail, and if you know what a MCP server is, you can connect the model to, you can connect your chatbot to an MCP server. An MCP server is essentially, it stands for Model Context Protocol. It's really a new standard for AI APIs, right? So you had APIs in Web 2.0 help connect to different applications, and it helps you share data securely, securely and in an easy format, right? So it's easy for applications to understand what's going on, what information should I share, so on and so forth. But with AI, it's a little different, and so you want to be able to present data to AI in a way that can actually, in a way that it can actually be consumed, and in a format that is retrievable, right? That's essentially what the Model Context Protocol is. So here I have an example of an actual, a contact in my WealthBox CRM. Her name is Sophia Rodriguez. This is a hypothetical client. And I asked the AI, analyze Sophia Rodriguez's referral propensity score. You can see right there by using WealthBox. And you can see I've put delimiters there because that's really important for an agent to understand what tools it should use, because there's so many tools you can use now with an AI. And so I give it those delimiters, and then it runs off and performs a bunch of tasks and actions, right? So you can see right here, it searched for the contact using WealthBox. It scrutinized the client profile for potential referral opportunities. I think that's pretty cool. And this is like a step up improvement in AI systems, because now you can see the thinking process, right? That's also because I have the extended thinking option on inside Claude. But nonetheless, it helps me understand and see what data it used to come up with its responses. And this is information that's in Sophia Rodriguez's, contact profile. And so here's a client analysis report. Here's a propensity score, fee adjustment, churn risk, referral likelihood, cross-sell opportunity, alternative investments interest, key insights that were surfaced. Kind of cool. This is exactly what advisors want. They should be able to log in, think about a contact they want to get in touch with, and have the AI churn out a report of like, hey, what are the starting conversations that I can have with this client, right? What are the advice conversations that I can have with this client that would actually be valuable to this client, that the client can actually respond to? And then here is where the true agentic part kicks in, right? And you can change these instructions if you want. I wanted to just show this for the sake of this demo, but Now let's create specific action items inside WealthBox, right? So now it analyzes the contact profile, creates the insights, but also generates those action items for you automatically, and that saves you a ton of time and make things a lot more simpler and easier for your workflow. A lot of advisors might not be comfortable with this, and I totally understand, and it makes sense why you just want to generate the insights and maybe not have the AI also create the task, create the notes, create the opportunity, do all these different things. And so this is a true agentic workflow, I would think. And the best way to explain what an agent is, and I just want to keep it really simple for this video because there's so much talk today about agents. An agent is really anything that's using an LLM. An agent is using an LLM and tools to accomplish a task in a loop. That is the definition of a simple agent. Is it more complex than that? You bet. There are different types of agent. There's a single agent. There are multi-agent workflows. This is a simple single agent that has clear instructions on what it should do. It knows which tools it should use. In this case, it's WealthBox, and it's accomplishing a task in a loop until it gets the task complete. That is an agent, and some may argue it's maybe a workflow. Honestly, I don't care. The fact that I can use an AI to retrieve data from my CRM securely and run workflows on it, that's all I care about. So here are some key insights: recommended next best actions, actions taken in WealthBox, a summary of what actions were actually taken, strategic considerations, and just think about what's possible even after this, right? I can actually turn on Gmail. Do I have Gmail turned on? Yeah, I have Gmail turned on. I can turn on Gmail, and I can ask the AI to, I'm not going to do it right now, but I can ask the AI to, draft an email to send to the client. So now I have the AI do two things for me. I have it scan the contact's data profile inside WealthBox, give me all the insights that I need that are really important, and now I can send an email. The use cases here are beyond just a next best actions agent. If you find a way to securely connect your AI systems to these CRMs and safely and securely and compliantly retrieve data, the use cases are really endless. You can do annual reviews, you can write reports, you can create fee increase presentations. This is where context about your RIA is also important, right? And you can feed that data to your WealthBox next best actions agent. I'm not going to go into details about all that's in the instructions, but I can tell you that I have given it a role, capabilities. You can see that role and capabilities of all the tools it has access to right there. And it's been given a chain of thought system, a chain of thought prompt. So I wanted to think in a step-by-step format, which is essentially the best kind of prompting technique you may want to use for this kind of a workflow, because it's analyzing data. Step 1 is to gather data. Step 2 is to run this propensity score. Step 3 is to get those insights. And step 4 is to actually accomplish those action items. So it does have those instructions. You can see right at the end, I've given it instructions on execution. So you can see there, it has instructions on how to execute, right? So there you go. So that's context for the agent, right? But then this agent doesn't have complete context about your RIA. So which means your service module, your fees, the products you offer, your investment philosophy, all those different things can be inside files, right? You can store them in files and give the agent more context. Lesser context is better sometimes, but these models are able to, ingest a lot more data, so you should be able to get away with it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and click the link in the description to read the LinkedIn newsletter about this video. And I will include a few snippets of prompts that I've used for building out this next best actions agent. But if you have any further questions, feel free to ask me questions. Send me a message on LinkedIn, or go to our website and schedule time with us. We are doing active consulting now for firms globally. And so if you're interested in, building out, your proprietary workflows inside your AI systems that you're already using, schedule time with us. I'd love to talk with you. Thanks.